If you want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. Before we get started, I just want to point out this: for the longest time possible, I receive pushback, right? Whenever I bring up these issues to talk about the things that I see Black women doing online. And the reason why I talk about these things is because I have an understanding that nobody's going to look at her as an individual. The world is not going to see her as an individual. The world is going to look at her as a reflection of the Black women that are out here. So if you have a man that is in Lithuania, Turkey, Austria, or wherever else around this world, right? And they've never come into contact with a Black woman at all, and they see this online, they're going to think that this is all Black women have to offer. They're going to think that this is what Black women are going to tend to do when they are in public or whenever they want to, take back their sexuality, right? So, and that's another thing too. This is what a lot of Black men have talked about. This is what this was going to start leading to, where you're going to have more and more Black women starting to do things like this for attention, right? Even though these, you have Black women out here that will say that, oh, we don't do things for men and all this other type of stuff. We don't really need y'all and yada, yada, yada. And why do you think everything revolves around you? But yet you have women out here that do this, and they're Black women that are out here doing things like this. This is not the first video that I have, had to edit and put directly on this platform where you have a Black woman, in a sense, bearing all directly out there to the public, being reckless as all get out, and different things of that extent. But like I said, I'll just let the video play. So I wanted to do a little bit of research to try to find out who this individual is, right? And when I went online, I was like, what, this person, and I was like, oh, okay, I think I know who they are, right? And then once I saw the information directly up there, I realized who it was. That is an adult film star, right? So this is a person that was a part or is still of the adult entertainment industry in some type of way, shape, or form. And this is what she does when going through the Twitter that she had, which of course I'm not going to sit up there and put up here because that you got kids and whatnot. There's a lot of stuff up there that's like, wow. I'm like, so this is what's happening. Like I said, I understand if this is in a sense something that people are directly into, but everything ain't for everybody. When you're walking into convenience stores, when you're walking into CVS's, when you're walking into gas stations, when you're walking into businesses, establishments, you got families and everything in it. Everybody ain't trying to sit up there and see you naked. Just because you feel and think that you look good doesn't mean that everybody is of the same type of mind. Like, like I said, everybody ain't trying to see what it is that you got. It ain't. And like I told people before, that's the type of stuff. Now you'll have some dudes out here, whatever, like, oh, I don't want I don't know about you, but if I was there, I'm like, all right, and if you was there, you'll be paying. Because she charges, like I said, she got bookings, right? And she charges for people to have meetings with her. So you ain't about to be sitting up there doing nothing for free. Like I said before, so you might want to slow your roll on that, Chief. So, like I said, you got a lot of dudes out here that's not about that life. It's like, yo, they want a woman that's going to stay private. They don't want a woman that's going to be out here for the whole world to sit up there and see. Like yo, I basically saw everything that there is to see. Like when you basically have a woman like that, there's no reason to have a honeymoon. For what? There's nothing to sit up there, and there's nothing left to imagination. There's nothing to even imagine. Because when you look through her social media, she's showing you every single thing from front to back, side to side, all this type of stuff. It ain't nothing left to imagination. And this is why, and I keep trying to tell a lot of women out here, you can be as liberated as you want to be. You can be as body positive as you want to be. But when you do stuff like this, you're not going to have no type of like shelf life of getting married. It ain't happening. You can sit up there and try to look at some of the variables out there and think that you fit within that box. Sweetheart, you don't. Like I said, that's a whole nother thing that people don't want to talk about, living in delusion. Just because you have somebody else that's of the same like mind doesn't mean that y'all are both in the same place at the same time. The person that you're looking at, she obviously made it to a point. That's why you're looking at her and not the other way around. But you can't tell a lot of women that, because a lot of women basically think that, oh, I'm matching up with this person. I'm in the same lane as this person. We're both of the same mind. We're both getting the same type of. Like I said, y'all out here living in delusion. And that's the thing that's messing up a lot of women. Because you see other women that look like you doing these exact same things, you think that you can do this too, and that everything is going to be completely fine and dandy. Sweetheart, it's not. It's not. And if you want kids, you just automatically ruin their life. Because first of all, you're already in the adult entertainment industry, so good luck trying to explain that. And then once your child becomes of age, let's just say they go online and start looking for some stuff. Guess what? They're going to run up on mommy with 20 guys. So then let's just look past the movie part. Let's just say that, the kid grows up and, they're going through high school. Well, mom is naked all over social media. How are you going to explain that? Oh, well, some people in life are confident with their bodies and other people are not. I'm not ashamed of mine and yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to do what I want to do with my body. And I don't care what anybody thinks or has to say or the way that they feel about it. That's what you're going to have a lot of women say. So it doesn't matter what the potential husband or fiance thinks about it. It doesn't matter what the potential boyfriend has to think about it. It doesn't matter what their son has to think about it, because they're going to do what it is that they want to do, because can't no man out here tell them right from wrong. And this is why you have women like this that will, be pursued for one thing, but they won't be pursued for everything else. But you'll have women just like that stating that, oh, I'm always single. I can never find the right one. I'll be alone forever. Yada, 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 da, 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 da. That's because ain't no guy trying to continuously just deal with this. That's a lot of headache. Like I said, I done seen some of the videos where dudes are sitting up there, touching on her. Like, she's letting them do it. But they touching on, her butt. They touching on like her chest. And what dude worth his salt wants to deal with a woman that's going to be going out there in public doing stuff like this? The only dudes that want to deal with a woman like this are the guys that just want to show off their girl. And that's it. They don't plan on marrying this woman realistically. They're going to marry somebody else. They're going to get tired of basically dealing with this. And after all the fun, after that honeymoon phase is basically done with that relationship where everything is all exciting, we doing this, we doing that, it's going to become the same old every single day. And then it's going to become to a point where the dude is going to grow tired of like, yo, you letting these dudes touch on you. Yo, they saying all of this. All of that stuff that quote unquote wasn't getting to him in the beginning is going to start, showing and rearing its ugly head at a certain point in that relationship, and then that relationship is going to be done. But like I said before, you can't tell women out here nothing. This is why a lot of these girls who be doing OnlyFans and all this other type of stuff, chances are they ain't getting married. Chances are they not. Just putting that to a realistic standpoint, the greater chances are guys are not going to be sitting up there married. They'll date them. They'll date them. Maybe stupidly get them pregnant, but they're not going to sit up there and marry them. right? But, like I said, this is completely ridiculous to, see a black woman walking into a food establishment butt naked with everything hanging out. You got family, you got the elderly, you got all these other people there, and you just walking into somebody's establishment being this disrespectful just because you want clout, because you want people to, basically dial into your OnlyFans, or, hit up your bookings and all this other type of stuff. Like I said, social media, this is how jacked up society is right now because of social media. And because you have women like this getting attention, other women are going to start to follow suit in some type of way, shape, or form. But like I said before, it's like, yo, women got to get this under control. Y'all got to start talking to these other women. Y'all really do. Because y'all been the main ones controlling the market when it deals with, certain things. And I stated before, when it dealt with like the video vixens and all these video girls that felt that they were getting mistreated in rap videos, if all of them were to stand up, formulate some type of union or whatever it is, guess what? A lot of that mistreatment and all this other type of stuff that I've heard women cry about and complain about and write books about, a lot of this stuff would cease to exist. But guess what? A lot of women ain't going to sit up there and side with other women. So that's why ain't nothing going to sit up there and change when it comes to these rap videos and these video girls. So if I'm to look at that, then I'm going to look at everything else in society. And that means that just like how you got these women out here, doing all these other types of things and saying that, oh, body positivity, and you can't tell a woman what to do or how to wear. A woman should be able to walk out naked and nobody does anything. No problem. No problem. So I expect you not to say nothing when any of these women start walking in front of your daughters, start walking in front of your young kids, naked out with every single thing showing, sitting up there twerking, busting it wide open for Jesus and everything like that while your kid is sitting up there watching. I expect for you to have that same type of mentality when it's like, oh, this is body positivity, all this and that. And I expect you to have that exact same energy, but you won't. I expect you to have the same energy if you're out there with your grandparents and they're doing a reunion, or they're renewing their vows after like 60 or 70 years. And this is what they end up saying. I expect you to try to explain, oh, this is just body positivity. It's normal. It's cool. Don't sit up there and worry about it. I expect you to have that same energy, but I bet you won't. But, like I said, I guess it just doesn't matter.